So welcome to Computer Science 305, Programming Languages. This is Lecture 8, Syntax and Semantics Part 2. This is a solution video for the out-of-class exercise. So initially we're given this grammar that we see here, which is basic expression grammar with a addition, multiplication, and an expression in parentheses or some variables. So the goal of this we need to show that this is an ambiguous grammar. And so we can do that by showing that there's at least for some string coming in to be parsed by this grammar, that there's more than one possible parse tree for some string in the grammar. And so let's start out with, maybe we have the string A times B plus C. So when we normally think of this, we would think, well, that would be the product A times B, and then we add C to that product. But we will find out that maybe that's not the only way we can evaluate it, because we have the same thing, A times B plus C. That could possibly be A multiplied by the sum B plus C. So those are two very different interpretations of this expression, and can lead to possible different values. But as we'll see, this grammar will allow us to do either of those. And the problem with ambiguity in a language is that it makes it difficult for the computer to know what's really going on. So if we were to look at this, we'll start with the first side. We know that everything comes up to an expression. So for the first two variables, A and B, we know that they will be processed as expression, which then goes up into another expression for the multiplication symbol. And then all that comes to an expression, which is the addition symbol, and the far side is C. So this is showing us that in this interpretation, the initial plus is, this plus is going to be left associative by grouping everything over here on the left side. But interestingly enough, we can also generate another parse tree where it's right associative on the multiplication symbol. So we do the same thing. B and C come up to an expression rule. The terminal plus comes up to an expression as well, which meets the first part of that rule. And then we know that the multiplication symbol will also come to an expression. And so will A. So these are the two parse trees that we can generate, showing that this is an ambiguous grammar. Here we're grouping to the right, so it's right associative. Here we're grouping to the left, it's left associative. Having that as a possibility implies that for this side, it's as if we grouped A times B, and then we added C, which is the typical mathematical interpretation of this expression from left to right. Whereas this side is A multiplied by the sum B plus C, which is not a non-standard way of interpreting it, and would require us to typically use some sort of grouping symbol like parentheses. Anyway, so if you generated similar parse trees, then you're doing quite well. If not, please ask questions or come see me during my office hours and we can talk about this. Anyway, other than that, I will see you all later. Have a great day.